What happens if you take a natural minor scale but raise two of its notes? You get something that still sounds minor but has a completely different character. This is the G Melodic Minor scale, and today we're gonna go a little bit deeper with it. Now before we learn the shapes, let's understand what makes this scale different. Compared to the G natural minor, two notes have changed. We've raised both the 6th and 7th degrees by one semitone. Now the minor third is still there, so we haven't lost that minor scale quality, but raising both 6th and 7th degrees gives melodic minor a very different sound. There's also something to know about the name melodic minor. In traditional classical theory, melodic minor is often taught with the raised 6th and 7th while ascending, and then natural minor while descending. But in jazz, rock, fusion, and modern improvisation, when musicians talk about the melodic minor, they're treating both raised 6th and 7th as part of the scale in both directions. So that's the approach we're using today. So let's put everything on the guitar. And just like the Phrygian lesson, I'm gonna give you two positions instead of trapping everything inside one shape. And here's the same position, a little faster. Now let's expand that by adding a second position. Memorizing two diagrams isn't really the goal. I want to be able to start an idea down here and finish that same idea up here. Once you see that overlap between two positions, the fretboard will start feeling like one scale instead of a collection of boxes. Now let's stop treating it as an exercise and actually make some music with it. Listen to what happens when I use that raised 6th and 7th leading back toward G. Same minor tonic, completely different color. And of course, we're not stopping with melodies. Let's see what happens when we turn G melodic minor into a heavier riff. Now let's put both shapes together. I'm going to try to improvise a short solo using the two positions we learned rather than staying inside one box. Now let's see what happens when we build chords using only notes from the G melodic minor. We get G minor, A minor, B flat augmented, C major, D major, E diminished, and F sharp diminished. For actually hearing melodic minor, I'm much more interested in a few of these. And that D major chord is especially important. If we were using the G natural minor, we'd get D minor. But melodic minor gives us F sharp instead of F, turning that chord into D major. And that creates a much stronger pullback toward G minor. And if you're learning these scales but you're wondering what to actually play with them, that's also what I'm working on with my scale lick packs over on Patreon. The idea is to take a scale and give you actual musical vocabulary, licks inside individual positions, plus ideas that connect different shapes across the fretboard. The E minor pentatonic and A natural minor packs are already available, and I'll continue adding more scales over time. You'll find the Patreon link in the description if you'd like to support the channel and check it out. So, if you already know your natural minor scale, the melodic minor isn't as complicated as it might initially look. Just simply raise the 6th and 7th, and suddenly you've got a completely different sound and a completely different set of harmonic possibilities. Learn the two positions, connect them together, and most importantly, experiment with them instead of just running the scale up and down. So if you like this video, please subscribe for more Scale of the Week, and I'll see you in the next one.